this is the best news that I've heard, and it actually justifies and substantiates exactly what I've been trying to explain to you guys about what the long-term strategy is from the Trump administration, especially with regard to tariffs. All right? So make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Let me share with y'all this information about Hyundai investing $20 billion in an announcement right alongside the Louisiana governor. Check it out. Looks like I was some good news.
Hey, we have a beautiful announcement to make. It's very exciting. Money is pouring in, and we want to keep it that way. And I think that's what's going to happen. We have tremendous interest in our country, more than ever before. There's never been anything like it. We're almost at a $4 trillion level, and that's something that's never happened. And I think hopefully it's because of the election on November 5th, but it's also because of tariffs, I suspect, Governor. But I'm thrilled to welcome Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry, a friend of mine for a long time, and to have you at the White House. And we thought this was going to happen, and I said, if you get it signed up, we'll do it at the White House, and you got it all done. I'm proud of you. Not surprised. Executive Chairman of Hyundai Motor Group, Jung E-sun. Thank you very much. What a great honor. Vice Chairman Jay Chang. Jay, thank you. Hyundai Steel President Soo Gang Hyun. Thank you very much. President, that's big stuff. And former Ambassador Sung Kim. Thank you very much. Great honor to have all of you. Also, and these names are much less difficult for me, but I think we got them right. But this one we will definitely get right. Mike Johnson, our great speaker, and he's been doing a real job. Right, Mike? It's an easy job, isn't it?
No.
House Majority Leader Steve Scalise. Steve? Doing all right, Steve.
Shout out to my Dusties in the chat. Now, I just did, and maybe y'all came late, so we're going to go ahead and remix it, and we're going to start over again, and we're going to have this conversation, all right? I had a conversation with y'all in the beginning of the show. I know some of y'all like to stream in here, and you like to whine and complain and call people bootlickers and all of this stuff, and we allow for you to get away with that because we got thick skin and we don't trip about it, and we understand that you are a little dusty, and you really are just lashing out because of what you're experiencing in life, and it's not a reflection of what the rest of the community believes. Why are you mad that they are announcing another company, all of the different companies and all of the trillions of dollars as investments that's basically pouring into the United States because the Trump administration is incentivizing outside companies to come in here and create jobs? Do you know that this type of investment in Louisiana, the people in Louisiana need jobs? What about your brother? What about your sister? What about the people that you may know that look like you, that you may not know, that now can benefit from being able to provide for their family and have a decent paying job down there in Louisiana? Because instead of them investing this in Mexico, or instead of them investing this in Canada, or instead of them investing this in India or China or somewhere else where they're manufacturing, and then they import it into the United States of America, you now can work, live, play, and buy this product from a foreign investor that is putting money inside of the American economy instead of somewhere else because of tariffs, because of incentives, because of, the tax briefs or the tax breaks that they get as a result of creating jobs inside of America. Why do you see this as a bad thing? Do you hate America so much? Do you hate America so much that you can't even congratulate when we actually get jobs inside of the United States of America? You that evil? You that angry? Are you handicapped? Can you not do the job yourself? And so because you can't do the job, maybe some people is going to move to Louisiana. Maybe some people move down there for a job. Maybe somebody can change the trajectory of his family's life. Maybe a guy can get a job and then become a productive member of society. Maybe somebody can get out of jail or prison, or maybe somebody leaves and goes straight from high school into the plant and they can start to really build a life for themselves and a life for their family. Maybe somebody has an opportunity, and because they'll no longer have to be subjected to poverty, they can go right up the street, get a job, and then it could change their lives. Why would you be mad at that? Why are you being mad because somebody can get a job and somebody is providing investment of $20 billion additional inside of the United States of America. Why y'all so mad at that? And you know what? I'm not even going to reply to people unless they got a real profile picture. I'm not replying to nobody named Let Freedom Ring and they got to sign up on a profile picture. Boy, I know that you dusty. You ain't got no mustache. Your beard don't connect and your mama don't like you. I know that you a bottom. I'm not replying to nothing to nobody that don't have a real profile pic or a real name that we can actually look at and say, you know what, that is a reasonable person. If it's an animated, if it's changed into an emoji, all of that stuff, we not going with it. We don't care if you put a filter on it, but if it turns into a cartoon, if it's a sign, if it's just a letter and all of that stuff, we don't even believe that you're a real person. We think that you are absolutely positively sassy. We know you sassy. We know that you hiding your identity. Boy, you're not even a real man. Let's continue. I'm not even going to acknowledge people. I've gotten too big to acknowledge people that have newspaper clippings as their profile picture. That's done.
I'll tell you, he went through a lot, and he's stronger than ever. Louisiana Speaker Philip Duvalier. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Senate President Cameron Henry, State Representative Ken Brass, State Senator Eddie Lambert, and Ascension Parish President Clint Cointment.
I said he wanted his dad
Thank you
to
all
take him to
very
the
much.
prom,
Thank
take
you
himself to
very
the
much. Great
prom.
honor.
I agree.
Great to have you with us. Today, we're delighted to report that Hyundai is announcing a major $5.8 billion investment in American manufacturing. In particular, Hyundai will be building a brand new steel plant in Louisiana, which will produce more than 2.7 million metric tons of steel a year.
What? So wait a minute. Remember during campaign season, remember during the Biden administration where the steel industry was worried? Remember when the steel industry was worried and they said, oh man, the steel industry is going to fold. We're not going to ever make steel in the United States of America anymore. And Gary, Indiana is going down and Pittsburgh is going to continue to go down and all of these different cities is going to go down. Wait a minute. So the steel industry is now starting to ramp up and they maxing out capacity in anticipation of companies bringing products here in the United States of America. So now we're going to not only manufacture or assemble products here in the United States, but we're going to get it from its inception all the way to its assembly. And so that's what's requiring all the additional investment inside of America. So I was right. So all of my friends and family that was a part of the steel industry, now y'all jobs are saved, even though you voted for Kamala Harris. And we actually are bolstering Americans' jobs and saving them and investing in the United States of America. Ain't that crazy? So much so that they're building new steel plants here in the United States of America. That's crazy. When the last time we had an announcement of an auto manufacturer building a new steel plant inside of the United States of America? Crazy.
Creating more than 1,400 jobs for American steelworkers, and then there'll be major expansion after that. This will be Hyundai's first ever steel mill in the United States, one of the largest companies in the world, by the way. Supplying steel for its auto parts and auto plants in Alabama and Georgia, which will soon produce more than 1 million American-made cars every single year. The cars are coming into this country at levels never seen before. Get ready. This investment is a clear demonstration that tariffs very strongly work, and I hope other things also, but the tariffs are bringing them in at levels that have not been witnessed. Hyundai will be producing steel in America and making its cars in America, and as a result, they'll not have to pay any tariffs. You know, there are no tariffs if you make your product in America, so it's something that's why so many people are coming. As you know, we have from Taiwan, the biggest chip manufacturer in the world, is coming in with $200 billion, and we have a lot of people coming and plants coming and companies coming that never would have been here, never would have even thought about it. The new steel plant in Louisiana is part of an even larger $21 billion investment Hyundai will be making in the United States over the next couple of years. The company will also be massively increasing its auto manufacturing in Georgia and investing billions of dollars in advanced American technology companies. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to ask the executive chairman to say a few words. And it's a great honor to have Hyundai, a truly great company. Thank you.
So wait a minute. Louisiana, Georgia, of all of these southern states, they are now going to benefit from over another $20 billion that is being invested. That means that y'all got a better tax base, more money going into y'all schools, more money going into y'all pockets, more people being able to circulate the American dollar, and more businesses being taken from other countries and invested here in the United States of America. That's crazy, right? What business works here in America?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak here today, and thank you for the invitation. And congratulations on the remarkable start to your new term.
It's been good.
All right.
It's been a great one.
So Hyundai Motor entered the U.S. 1986. Since then, we have invested over $20 billion and now support more than 570,000 American jobs across all 50 states. Today, I'm pleased to announce an additional $21 billion in a new investment over the next 4 years, our largest U.S. invest ever. A key part of this commitment is our $6 billion investment to strengthen the U.S. supply chain from steel and parts to automobiles. We are especially excited about Hyundai Steel's multi-billion investment in a new facility in Louisiana, which will create 1,300 American jobs and severe
that migrants don't even have access to, that illegal migrants in this country will not get and take priority. Nope, they're not hiring illegal migrants. They're hiring United States of American citizens, young people. They are going to spin up this factory. They're going to give y'all training. But see, let me also tell y'all what happens when they spin up new steel manufacturers. You know what also happens? They also pay for and incentivize you to go to school to become millwrights, to become plumbers, electricians. You then become crane operators. You get new skill sets. They pay for you to go to school. If you usually, why? Because I worked in a steel mill, so I know how it works. If you usually work in a place like this, what happens is you can transfer over from the floor to supervisor. Sometimes you can go into skilled trades. You get you a skill for life. Then you're able to not only leverage that skill set that you learned and that you paid for on their dime, you can use that skill set outside of there to make you an additional bag. And then you can really become a bag chaser and you can change the dynamics of your family's life. It's so much that goes into it. So many new restaurants, so many other small businesses, right? So much more trade and commerce that's moving inside and outside of the United States of America. Even though they're directly creating 1,300 jobs, I can tell you it's probably at least 5,000 to 6,000 that's going to be impacted by it. Easy. And the cities, and the schools, and the tax base, and the suppliers. I'm telling you, bro. But see, y'all so evil and ugly that you don't see the opportunity and you gonna whine about it because we so coddled and weak and you just want to play GTA and I can't wait to GTA 6. Every comment that you put on somebody's panel, yeah, man, Bronny James scored 37 before GTA 6 came out. Luka and Anthony Davis came back from injury before GTA 6 came out. Oh, man, Kevin Durant going to get traded before GTA 6 come out. Grow up. Grow up and get a job. Get a skill.
As the foundation for a more self-reliant and secure automotive supply chain in the U.S. To mark this milestone, we are honored to visit President Trump alongside Governor Landry and Speaker Johnson and Leader Scalise, deepening our partnership with the United States and reinforcing our shared vision for American industrial leadership. And this week, we are also proud to open our new $8 billion auto plant in Georgia. With this, our U.S. vehicle production will exceed 1 million units per year, as President mentioned. Our decision to invest in Savannah, Georgia, creating more than 8,500 American jobs, was initiated during my meeting with President Trump in Seoul in 2019. And after that, 2020 in Davos, I mentioned about the new plant. So American jobs was...
So much for somebody in the chat saying, oh, no, this was Biden's doing. No, Trump is a businessman, and Trump made sure that he built the relationships with the people. And this is going all the way back to the things that he was doing back in his first term. And now he was able to leverage his relationships to also make sure that people continue to invest in the United States of America. He ain't mentioned nothing about nobody except for Trump. He said, listen, man, this is back when we was talking in 18, 19, and in 20 and stuff like that. Glad that you're back. Glad that you're doing great things in such a short amount of time. Let us go ahead and invest this $21 billion as a result of you.
Initiated during, at the time. Now, as we proudly mark the completion of this transformative project coincides with the beginning of President Trump's second term, making this moment even more special.